The Tesla Model Y is here right now. It is done. It's ready to go. It's leaked again and again and again, and it allegedly is in Fremont, California right now at Tesla's sort of main factory, undergoing some final testing before the official release. And speaking of release, we've got some really good new information that suggests that the Model Y might be launching really soon, like we'll be getting an early release, and also it'd be launching around the world at the same time. But, as always seems to happen, there is some controversy here on what's going to be with this new Model Y, what didn't make the cut, and why Tesla might be downgrading this Model Y in a couple of big ways, and also maybe substantially raising the price. A lot of confusing things to break down, so let's jump in. Also want to give a huge thanks to Mini REVs for supporting the channel. Pick some up for yourself today. Link, of course, right down below, and use my code Robert for 10% off. So as someone who has been making YouTube videos about Tesla for like almost, I think now over 5 years, I can confidently say that no Tesla product has been more hyped before its release than Model Y Juniper. Regular viewers of this channel know that I cover this thing on the channel often because people just can't get enough of this thing. Everybody wants to know what's changing with the Model Y, when it's coming, when it's going to release, how much it's going to be, and I guess that makes sense. The Model Y is the world's best-selling car. And funny, or maybe not so funny enough, a couple of weeks ago, I was out visiting my parents. I was driving my older 2022 Model Y that my mom's currently driving, and I just was reminded of a couple of things. I was reminded how great this car is, and I understand, once again, why it's the world's best-selling car. But also, I just also remembered that it just sort of feels a little old and tired. For me, it's that wood dashboard just really ages this car and makes it seem way older than it is. The outside of the car, while it doesn't look bad, just looks old compared to the new Model 3 and the whole new sort of Tesla design language they've got going on with other vehicles. And in general, I think that everybody, and I mean everybody, is ready for a major Model Y refresh. So let me tell you what we know right now and the new developments that have sort of changed with this story. So let's start first with the outside and talk about design. As you can see right here, Tesla actually just posted some all-new photos of their little family of vehicles. You've got the Model Y here on the left and the new Model 3 on the right. And again, nothing here is bad, but you can definitely sort of tell a difference between the older design of the current Model Y and the newer design of the Model 3. And of course, we are expecting, as Tesla usually does, a design familiarity, but also some differences here. So let me show you right here sort of the current design we think the Model Y is going to have, the new Juniper. It's going to have a back that looks like this with a new light bar. It's going to have sort of an overall profile that is extremely similar to the current Model Y. So the form factor really shouldn't change all that much. Maybe a little bit longer like the current Model 3, but likely nothing drastic here. And then, of course, the front is going to adopt not just the new headlight design of the Model 3, but perhaps a sort of light bar design, sort of like Cybercab. Obviously, Tesla made waves over the last couple of weeks with the unveiling and then really sort of the international tour of Cybercab. And there is some speculation these days, these are just renders here based off of leaked schematics and insider info, that it could look like this. I'll do you one better, though. We've also seen over the last couple of weeks that these vehicles have in fact entered production. And as you can see here, the main body of the vehicle, the size, is going to be extremely similar to the current Model Y. So if you like the shape and form factor, that is going to stay the same. But as you can see, the interior will get refreshed, but mainly the differences of the exterior are going to be on the front and the back. Now, this light bar thing really seems to be a big theme of what Tesla is sort of going with their new vehicle designs moving forward. It's not on the Model 3 or the S or the X, but when we're talking next generation Teslas like Cybertruck and Cybercab, it is a big part of those vehicles, and it also appears to be a big part of the Model Y Juniper. Interestingly enough, though, is there's now some controversy over what the back of the vehicle is going to look like. The first leak image I should say we got was this one here, which looks as real to me as they come. This looks like what we were going to expect to see. We've got the Tesla lettering out there spelled out like on the current Model 3. We've got this light bar. That all seemed to make a whole lot of sense. Though I should mention there's been some controversy over the last couple of days because a pretty renowned and accurate leaker has shared this new image that appears to show a much thinner light bar. And apparently this is a legitimate real image of the camouflaged new Model Y Juniper. So we don't know if the Model Y Juniper light bar is going to be like this in the back or it's going to be bigger like this. Maybe this is a different angle, a different lighting effect. I don't know. But we are going to see this big light bar design on the exterior of the vehicle. One of the other very, very exciting external features of this vehicle is that it will have a front bumper camera. We got this sort of camouflage shot of the Model Y Juniper testing also in California over the last couple of weeks. What's sort of weird is they're being built right now at Giga Shanghai in China, but they're being also tested in the US, specifically in California. And in this video, if I can rewind a bit, we can see in the beginning here that this vehicle does have a front bumper camera. This was rumored to be coming with the new Model 3, and that never happened. It is on Cybertruck, rumored also for the S and the X, but is going to be here. There it is on the new Model Y Juniper. And I think that one of the things that I've learned with Cybertruck is having that front bumper camera is so nice to just, it's way easier to park the vehicle. And also maybe could make, full self-driving and autopilot better. But that's besides the point. Having that is going to be very nice, and it should make parking the vehicle easier and will be here on the new Model Y Juniper. And then in terms of other external sort of exterior changes here, likely not a whole lot else to expect. I wouldn't expect personally to see Tesla redo the door handles or redo again the shape of the vehicle. That's going to remain largely unchanged. But what we might see if the Model 3 is anything to go off of are some new wheels and new wheel covers. So we did get a couple of new wheel options with the all-new Model 3. That's obviously super nice to see. Those new performance tires. Chef's kiss, look very, very good on the Model 3 Performance. Obviously, yes, we will be getting a Model Y Juniper Performance. I'll come back to that more in a moment. But some new wheels I would expect to be on here as well. Not sure if they're going to be exactly the same as the new 3 or something else. But sort of last external changes, I would expect some new wheels and some new wheel covers. And then maybe a new color palette for this vehicle. But given the pretty wide array of colors we've got on the current Model Y, the new Quicksilver, the new, there's Midnight Cherry in Europe, but there's also Ultra Red, I wouldn't expect to see any color changes. Or I should say this, I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla doesn't change any colors with the exterior of this vehicle. So in terms of exterior changes, that's what we're expecting. And look, I know this video is about the Model Y. Don't get me wrong, I love the Model Y. But I am not playing favorites here when it comes to the Tesla family because I love every Tesla in the lineup. I'm a big Cybertruck fan. I'm a big fan of, who remembers this? The Tesla Semi? Yes, Tesla's actually scaling up production of this as we speak. The Tesla Roadster. This is the forgotten Tesla. The Model X, which I love in my garage right now with its Falcon wing doors. I've got the Model S. All of these really awesome models here are made from the amazing folks over at Mini REVs. They are a company I've been talking about on the channel quite a bit because I just think they make some really awesome stuff. If you've ever looked into how much you could buy the Tesla miniatures from directly from Tesla themselves, you'll get sticker shock. Like, I almost fell out of my chair because they're super expensive, but they're just so cool because I think that everybody loves to not only have the big Tesla in their driveway or the garage, but to have one of these on their desk, whether you like to fidget with it like I do. My 3-year-old loves to just play with this on the ground like crazy, or if you just sort of appreciate Tesla and you like just, having a little, mini EV, Mini REVs has all of this. Like I mentioned, they've got the entire Tesla lineup. These things are incredibly well made. The attention to detail here is just staggering. It is just insanely, insanely good. I'm just looking at this and just blown away about how good this looks. I don't think the camera really does it justice here. But just, they make some really great stuff. They're all incredibly well made, very value packed as well. I think they're available for a very good price. They've got free worldwide shipping. And again, right now, especially with, Black Friday and Cyber Monday, if you're looking for the good gift for the Tesla lover or enthusiast in your life, and you don't want to buy them some random thing on Amazon, some weird accessory they might never use, all this stuff is cool. And as I can tell you from every Tesla owner I show this to, they just think they're awesome. So if you want to get one for yourself, they make a great gift. You can check them out, link down below. You can use my code Robert to get 10% off. Again, free worldwide shipping, and just really cool, whether you're looking to get a gift for yourself or give a gift for somebody else, or if you want to sort of explain, here's why the Model X is cool, here are the Falcon Wing doors, here's why an EV is cool with the frunk. Again, attention to detail, build quality, available in different colors, super cool. I love them. I know you guys are going to love them as well. Look at that, back trunk space in the Model X. So cool. I can play with these all day. Thank you guys for the support. Thanks to Mini REVs for supporting the channel. If you want to check them out, pick some up for yourself today. Link, of course, right down below, and use my code Robert10 for 10% off. All right, next up, though, let's talk about changes on the interior of the vehicle, because I know many Model Y owners are envious of all the new things on the Model 3, and I can tell you from all the leaked images and reports and insider info we've gotten so far, you can rest assured that you will be having all those new things on Model Y Juniper. Just take a look at the new Model 3 interior, and that's what we can expect for the new Model Y. It's RGB ambient lighting. It is finally Tesla ditching the wood dashboard material and going with something else, this new soft touch material. I don't know if it's Alcantara, but it's something similar. You've got the RGB ambient lighting that goes all the way around the interior of the cabin. That looks super awesome. You finally have cooled, ventilated seats. Yes, finally for Model Y, cooled seats are here. You've got an improved main touchscreen. You've got a new audio system. You've got a rear screen so back passengers can control media, watch movies, play games, all that stuff. Also can connect AirPods to that as well, and other Bluetooth headphones. Just a lot of creature comfort interior upgrades here are coming with the new Model Y. Like the new Model 3, I'd expect some other things as well that you can't see. That would be like improved suspension. You'd have thicker glass to sort of keep the cabin quieter from outside road noise. Just a really good interior experience and driving experience of the vehicle. One of the things I noticed when I've done a couple of test drives of the new Model 3, it's just the base model, and I was shocked at just how good that base Model 3 is. The absolute cheapest Model 3 you can get. It just feels like it's in a league of its own. It is comfortable. The cabin is quiet. It's smooth to drive. It's got a peppy, 0 to 60 time, even the slowest one. It's just really nice, and I cannot wait to see the Model Y interior get these upgrades as well. So if you're looking not just for some changes on the outside, but just a more comfortable driving experience, that'll be here on the all-new Model Y. Can't wait to see it. Now, some of the most popular questions I get over and over again on Model Y Juniper have to do with the lineup and also the range and the price, so I'll go through all those right now based off of what we know. We've currently got this configuration for the Model Y. We've got a long-range rear-wheel drive. It's always a tongue twister to say for some reason. Rear-wheel drive. We've got the long-range all-wheel drive, and we've got the performance version. I would expect Tesla to keep a very similar configuration with the new Model Y Juniper moving forward. So probably 3, a base, mid-tier, and a performance. I'm not sure if the range or the 0 to 60 time is going to be better on any of these. The new Model 3 can do 0 to 60 in 2.9, so maybe we see about 3 seconds or 3.1. Definitely an improvement over the current Model Y performance. Don't know that just yet. And then I always get these questions about range. To tell you the truth, I don't know what Tesla's going to do. I will share with you, we've got one report, and of course I missed the mark here on my zooming skills here. One report from Tesla Newswire that talks about a potential 26% battery increase in capacity to a 75 kilowatt hour battery that could give you close to 500 miles of range at the very most. Now, I have no idea if this is happening. This is the only report I have seen on a larger battery, and this was a few months ago, so I don't know if we're going to see a range increase or not. I would say that Tesla's new strategy with range seems to be, we're going to make these vehicles as efficient as possible. We're going to make the range as good as possible, but ultimately we're just going to focus on putting as many supercharging stalls across the world as we can to make it so you don't need a bigger battery as much as you just need a quicker method of charging. So I don't know if we're going to see a 500-mile range Model Y Juniper. I have no idea, but that is the current sort of rumor right now, at least in terms of maybe a new battery increase, in terms of capacity and in turn range. And then, of course, we've got to talk about price, because a lot could be changing here. So pricing on Model Y Juniper, as you'd expect, is very controversial. And as much as I wish I had a crystal ball, I don't. I can't predict the future. But here's what we know. It looks very likely that the $7,500 federal tax credit for EVs is going to be going away with the upcoming administration change in the United States in the early part of 2025. So by the spring, it could be gone, if not sooner. So I would expect, if you're sort of accounting and budgeting that for your Tesla purchase, don't wait, probably buy now, because that's going to go away, which would in turn sort of drive prices up on Teslas by about $7,500. Because while it wasn't built into the price necessarily, Tesla was, and has been right now, heavily promoting this as sort of an instant discount on their website. That's going to be going away, which is going to make the Model 3, or in this case, the Model Y Juniper, more expensive. Now, we have seen Tesla on different occasions when they've lost the tax credit adjust pricing accordingly to sort of match what you're losing. I'm not sure if we're going to see that or not. And also, we don't even know if pricing would even stay the same with new Model Y Juniper as the current model. If the Model 3, again, is any indicator to go off of, sort of the best thing we've got right now to look at, prices went up a little bit around the world with this new Model 3 when it launched back in the fall of 2024, at least here in the United States. 2023 here in the US, and then it launched a little bit earlier than that in different parts of the world. So I don't know what pricing is going to be. To be quite honest with you, I don't know. What I can tell you is that as of right now, it looks extremely likely that the federal EV discount will be going away. So if you really do care about that, get your order in now. I'll put my link down below if you want to save $2,000, because it will be going away. And then I don't know what we could have in terms of pricing changes, if they'll go up, if they'll go down. I wish I had the answer. I get this question every day. I just don't know. So I'd expect something similar, but I really don't know. And then the other question I get every single day is, when is Model Y Juniper coming? Again, no crystal ball here. None that I see, just a red glowing orb. But I can give you sort of the inside information about what we know. We were heard a couple of weeks ago that Tesla had begun initial production of this vehicle over at their factory in China. So Giga Shanghai has been making these in a low volume amount at least since early October. So I'd expect they're sort of ramping up right now and getting ready for that. Like I mentioned, there was a video of this thing being tested in California. And then recently there was some drone footage of the the Fremont track at Tesla's Fremont factory, with some vehicles here that look like they could be the new Model Y Juniper. We don't know. They're covered. Someone said this looks like Cybercab, which I think this is Cybercab. And then these right here look like they could be the new Model Y Juniper. What we've heard is a couple of things. Obviously, it seems like this vehicle is at least in late stage testing in many different places, given the fact that it's driving around on the road. I would expect, as of right now, what we're hearing is a launch is likely going to happen in the early part of 2025, likely in the first 2 to 3 months. The big caveat to that, though, and I always have to sort of, disclaim this and sort of, what's the right word? Explain this and sort of give a disclaimer, is that we don't know where that launch is going to initially happen. Early reports from Reuters suggested that a launch of Model Y Juniper was going to happen in the Chinese market first. They would build these in Giga Shanghai, sell them in the Chinese market, and then bring a wider international launch later on in the year. The other interesting thing here is this report that came out over the last couple of days that says that there's sort of a new rumor that we could see 3 new Tesla vehicles launch globally in the first half of 2025, which we knew. But the more interesting part is this right here, is that the vehicles would reportedly roll out simultaneously from 3 factories: Giga Texas, Giga Shanghai, and Giga Berlin, which has many to believe that, wait a second, new vehicles simultaneously, maybe this is Tesla's answer to Model Y Juniper. Remember, we've got leaked images of Model Y Juniper in California. We've got leaked images of this thing over in China. For a while, at least up until now, we've heard it's only been being built in China. But maybe Tesla's doing some secret sauce here, some secret things, and they're going to launch these from 3 different factories simultaneously. That would fix a major issue that we saw with the Model 3, which was that weird, staggered launch. It was at some places, it was launching in other places at a weird time. This would fix that issue, which would be very, very exciting. And that, my friends, is everything we know right now about Model Y Juniper. So as always, I got to turn to you guys. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on Model Y Juniper? Are you going to buy now? Or are you going to wait? What do you want this vehicle to have? Are you excited for the front bumper camera? Would you like a new specific exclusive color? What would you want to see? Drop a comment down below and please let me know. Also want to give a huge thanks to Mini REVs for supporting the channel. They're the makers of these super amazing, high quality, and just crazy accurate mini EV models here that are just fantastic. They've got Model S, Model X, Model Y, and of course, they've got my beloved Cybertruck here. I've got this matte black option that looks really cool. You can pick up some accessories with this thing. Anyone will enjoy it, whether you're 3 years old, 30 years old, 100 years old. If you love Teslas, you are going to enjoy the build quality, the precision, and just the fun over geeking out over little Tesla models that are really accurate, really well made, and just a cool addition to your desk, your shelf, your locker, if you're in school, wherever you are, whatever stage in life. If you're a Tesla fan, you are going to love this. If you want to check out all that Mini REVs has to offer, they've got an incredible collection at a really great price. Hit the link down below to learn more and check it out for yourself today. All right, and if you guys made it to the very end of the video, and as always, you want a free way to win some Amazon money, 3 simple things you got to do. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment down below. And if you made it to the very end of the video, use a little keyword I'm going to put in the description, or I'll put include this in your comments some more if I can speak correctly. Cybertruck, and specifically, would you want to see any Cybertruck content on this channel? Because I've been not only fiddling with this little Cybertruck from Mini REVs, but I am just contemplating the purchase of a Cybertruck given the new incentives and things. I just don't know if my audience, that's you guys, care about Cybertruck or not. So, well, a couple of things. First off, if you guys stay to the end, you guys are the true fans, and I appreciate you all. I put out a video the other day where I asked for referral links because I'm going to start to include them in my description box, and I probably got over 100, maybe 200 emails from you guys just sending me referral links and giving me nice comments. And I appreciate all those. I read all those emails. Thank you very much. It was way too many to respond to each one, but I do want to say thank you. I read all your kind words. Appreciate it. I will start to link your referral links in this channel on these videos. But with that being said, for you guys watching this far, do you have an appetite for Cybertruck content, and what would that be? Would it be accessories? Would it be living with it? Would it be comparisons to other vehicles? I've done a couple of Cybertruck videos on this channel, and they've never particularly done well. It seems like there's much more of a desire for Model Y stuff than there is Cybertruck, though the kid in me just thinks a Cybertruck is cool, and I'd love to get one. So I'm curious, if I was to get one, what kind of videos would you want to see on that? In general, let's broaden it out a bit. What videos would you like to see on this channel? Because I'm always looking for more content ideas, and I'd love to make stuff that you guys would actually want to watch. So please let me know down below. Appreciate you all. Thank you all for staying to the end. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.